Self-hating Jew, hey? Listen, Goot, get out of the way and I'll show you how you fight anti-Semitism. Not with press releases, not with fridge magnets, but old school Simon Wiesenthal Nazi-hunter style. I've decided to take out the man described by the British courts as a racist, an anti-Semite, and the most dangerous spokesman for Holocaust denial in the world, David Irving. I devised my plan yesterday afternoon whilst eating a kosher Frankfurt at Jeremy Weinstein's house. If I succeed in taking out David Irving, it will be pretty sweet vengeance. I've lured my prey to a radio studio in London. I've arrived early so I can rig up the place.
Right.
So go ahead whenever you're ready. Wait, thanks for joining me, David Irving. People always bring up some poem that you read on television about being you're an Aryan, not a Rastafarian. What was that?
I wrote 2 poems for my little 9-month-old daughter, Jessica. I just read her this little poem which I'd invented in the top of my head. It was, I'm a baby Aryan, not Jewish or sectarian. I have no plans to marry an ape or Rastafarian. And this was considered to be offensively racist.
But was there a message? Do you not want your granddaughter to marry a Rastafarian?
Preferably not. I would prefer her to stick within her own circles, same as, frankly, the blacks do.
Why shouldn't people marry people outside their racial
I'm not
group?
going to tell them who to marry if they want to be so stupid. Usually the women who marry blacks are the ones who've been rejected by the whites, in my experience. And I'm going to be really tasteless here and just give my own personal opinions, because that's what you want to hear.
Yeah, sure.
It's the rejects who marry outside their own race. And it's sad. Not much we can do about it. I blame the 747, frankly.
Which is,
well, the planes carrying huge cargoes of people from one country to another and dumping them there.
So what do you mean these white women, they've been rejected by white men?
Okay, I don't know what your sexual persuasion is, but if you look at a girl...
No, I'm straight, straight.
Thank God for that. If you go down the street, you see a girl you fancy, and that's very nice, and she's got her husband on the arm, whatever it is, but usually the girls who go out with the blacks, they're fat and tubby and generally the kind that I wouldn't have turned my head to look at.
And what about the guys who go out with people from other races?
The guys?
Yeah.
Very seldom happens.
Oh, what? I know lots of guys who think, like, Eurasian girls are really hot.
Ah, there I go, a different way. I thought we were just talking about Afro-Caribbeans.
I know.
And that kind of racist that says, I'm sorry that the Asians are cleverer than us.
Yes.
They are cleverer than us.
Oh, so you're pro-Asian?
They've got smaller, but they're much cleverer than you and me, and this is just something we've got to learn to live with.
Can I date, should I marry a Eurasian?
If she's got the right physical attributes. I personally wouldn't marry Eurasian because I'm not frankly attracted to Eurasians. That's the way my microchip is built. So
what are the right physical attributes that I should look for in a Eurasian that will make it okay for me to marry one?
I'm getting into very personal territory here. Personally, I like girls with nice asses and shall we say, well-formed figure.
Ah, yeah, I see what you mean. And they're too lithe. They can be too lithe.
I'm as superficial as that.
Yeah.
If I don't like the looks of them, I'm not going to find out how bright and clever they are.
So I should find a curvaceous Eurasian, that's okay, but not just one of those thin ones?
One of the thin, short, and yeah. That's my personal choice, my personal preference.
Understand. Now, why, if you so believe in free speech, did you go to court to try to get one of your opponent's books pulped?
Deborah Lipstadt is an American academic based in Georgia. She's Jewish, of course. I don't hold that against her. What I hold against her is the fact that she then wrote a book called Denying the Holocaust. You know the phrase, publish and be damned.
But a lot of people who support you would say, oh, listen, he's a total lunatic, he's a racist. They say all this stuff, but they say, no, but he still deserves free speech. So why doesn't Deborah Lipstadt deserve free speech?
You can publish, that's free speech.
Yes.
You can't stop it. But then you take the risk that goes with publishing lies.
But didn't the court
then you're running a risk.
Didn't the court say that you published lies?
Yeah, didn't I mention to you the $13 million that was poured into that courtroom to get the experts to speak in a certain way?
This one I can't get by. You're making out that she bringing a compelling case and a strong case, that there's something sinister about it and all this Jewish money got together. But you started it. You took her to court to try to get her book pulped.
Well, and now tell me, what should I have done then? Just lain down and said, and thought of England while I'm being violated in this way? I put up with it for 30 years.
Why why did Hitler want to gas the Jews?
He didn't. The gas chamber they show you in Auschwitz is as genuine as the fairy castle in Orlando, rather like Disneyland. And Auschwitz has become the kingpin, the linchpin of the Holocaust industry, about which I'm very cynical, as you can see. I said that building in Auschwitz, the replica, the fake building they show the tourists, I say quite rightly, more women died on the back seat of Senator Kennedy's car in Chappaquiddick than ever died in that building, which is completely true.
So, just say, you know, you've got, are Jewish grandmothers lying to their grandchildren when they talk about what happened in the camps?
I think so. There's a great tendency when you've been somewhere, or you've been near somewhere, that you embellish slightly. But they've been asked by their children and grandchildren, what was it like in Auschwitz? They know what it was like in Auschwitz because they've now seen the movies and read the books. So they say, I wasn't just peeling potatoes, I was actually living right next to that gas chamber, and boy did they scream.
Okay. Hey, we'll do part 2 of the interview, but we just got to film...
Noddies.
Pardon?
Noddies.
Noddies. No, we'll do part 2. Just be a sec. Anyway, I'll just go to the bathroom.
Go to me too.
Hey, Irving! You're locked in a room and it's filling with gas. And if you try to tell anyone, I'm gonna deny it!
The name is Mr. Irving to you.